Hi, Sam Tolbert, Sound of Joy Music Services, and we're back with our next viewer request, Joy by Kirk Franklin, and I believe, don't get me right, I think it's the Georgia Mass Choir. An oldie but goodie, key of F. Let's look at our scales. More than one octave, so we can hear where all our chords are going to come from. So the beginning of the song has a sharp piano opening, and what happens is when you use the number system, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to 1, and then do the different inversions, you will see where the chords are coming from. So this is the 1, 3, 4 with a 2 chord, back to the 1. So you can see the piano player has the opening, which is, I always say, it's a great thing when a song opens up with the piano, because this is the only time the piano really gets a chance to be expressive. So the 1 again in an inversion, the 2, the 1, back to the 1. Now you're going to go with a 6 chord, back to the 1. Now watch you just move the thumb to the 5, back to the 1, the 1 again, 2, the 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. Now I talk to the number system. I don't teach it. But for those who do rely on the number system currently, I give you a leeway. I don't, uh, well, how can I put this? I like to always be diplomatic when I talk about the number system. I've never learned the number system. I learned chords, patterns, and scales, chords, and progressions, and then to see how they are implemented in gospel songs. So when you add the lowest note, which to me is the number system, it's the 1, 3, 4, 1, 6, 2, passing tone, 2, 3, 4, 5, back to the 1, still in the 1, still in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now we're gonna go with a flat 3, 2, 4, 5. And these are the jazz tones. And you get that grace note. Filling out the chords at the bottom. These are passing tones. I'll let you see what that chord is. Now to the 6, to the 2, passing tones, 5. You can throw this in there. Pass up to the 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Now you've got to have the ability, again, by practicing how to progress up notes. All this comes from practicing the scales and the chords that are in the progressions of the scales, which is the number system, 2, 3, 4, 5. But not just those, the actual inversions of them and the different connotations. Yes, we do have series on the channel teaching you how to manipulate the gospel sound of the Nashville number system. Just do the search in the search engine. All right, so that covers the opening. That covers what the choir is doing. Now, when you get into the verse, it's the same chords. Hold this chord. When you get ready to form this chord, just let your fingers form the chords. I often say if you practice with your hands close to the keys, you'll be able to form the chords a lot quicker. Sustain pedal, release. Form the chord. Let your left hand. This is why we practice scales with the left hand, so we can borrow to support a chord. This is where jazz comes into play. Not very many chords. Turn. Now, once you get to this chord, you want to turn a little more contemporary. Pause. Now you can hold right here, hold right there, hold that chord, hold that note, turn. Octaves, one note turn. Again, it's scales. Feel the chords. Now you can now improv. Joy, joy in my soul. And then the A flat, G, G flat, and back into F. So this is enough chords, I believe, for our viewer to get a real look at how the song is being articulated. Again, there's not very much happening in the song, music-wise. It's basically the choir, the actual, the directing. We see. Jim, Jim, Jim. I gave you this chord. There it is. One chord. Two. Joy in my. And we'll go flat 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Major 7, flat 7. Again, right off the scales. All right. Samtoba Sound of Joy Music Services. As always, don't forget to